Come on in, everyone. Come on in because we're here to talk about Real Housewives of Atlanta. What's going on, y'all? You heard of freaking frack. Last time it was freaking frack. Who was that? Porschewilliams and Phaedra. They were freaking frack. Now we got drunk and delusional. Drunk and delusional. And guess who the drunk is? KELLI. Yep, I'm calling it. KELLI's a drunk. KELLI either is drunk, got a glass in her hand, just finished drinking a glass or something, and Drew is delusional. I'm starting to believe what Porschewilliams said that KELLI had an affair or slept with a pastor, a married pastor on an airplane. And I'm going to add why she was drunk. You know how you play that game and you add it to the end of every sentence, while I was drunk? I believe she did it and she don't remember because she had been drinking. KELLI liked to drink. I know she's going through a lot. I know she is, but it seems like every place she shows up, she's either a little tipsy or something's going on. And delusional Drew, you got to be kidding me, Drew. You running around trying to tell everybody you got a protocol in the way in which your services are even solicited. But you over here singing in the county park. The county park girl, talking about you need to go through the proper channels, telling Pinky she need to go through the proper channels. What are the proper channels, Drew? Talking to the site supervisor at the county park on the benches. Meet me over in the benches. You know, what's going on, girl? You act like you so high class, like you A-list actress, and you can't have conversation about auditioning for a play. I really don't get it. Talk to my people. Who, those 15 people? 15 people, Drew. You mean to tell me, Drew, you got a crew of 15 people who handle your business and they booking you at the county park? I know it was for this rapper that died. I know it was probably for a good cause, but girl, stop it. You need to stop it. So that's what I'm saying. We dealing with a drunk and a delulu person. Drunk and delusional. That's what I'm going to call it. But you know what? I learned some more about Pinky. I didn't know Pinky got it going on, girl. You got it going on. Pinky said, before I was a vegan owner of a vegan restaurant that went belly up, bankrupt, and now I owe $2 million. I used to be a producer in my last life. No wonder maybe that's how she ended up being on Real Housewives of Atlanta. This is pretty close to home, huh, Pinky? And Pinky says, I got a story to tell. I got an interesting life, a really interesting life. And I'm going to share with everybody. And I'm going to make myself a blockbuster movie. Well, not blockbuster. It's only going to be a budget of $40,000. Just $40,000. Is this movie supposed to make any money? Like, if you're going through bankruptcies, should you be spending money on things that aren't going to make money? Is this just a pet project? Girl, at this point in time, with all that money you owe Pinky, I don't know if this is the time to be making movies that may not make no money. Well, you know what? Who am I to say? Maybe there are a lot of people out there who want to hear and see and watch and pay for the life story of Pinky. Maybe Tubi will pick it up. I mean, you know, hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. Maybe Tubi will pick it up. But you know what? I got to see that Pinky's good friends with, what's her name? Notori from Power. I know y'all liked her on Power. Our Tasha from Power, she was one of my favorites. I hated when Tasha left. I really did hate it. I hate the whole thing when they killed off, gosh dang, I don't forgot the man's name. Not King. What's his name? I don't forgot, y'all. But I hated it. I hated when they killed him off because I thought it was just such a good show. I still watched it, but I really liked her, Tasha from Power. But you know what? They good friends, and Pinky over there doing the damn thing. She making herself a whole 40 million. I mean, I'm sorry, not 40 million, $40,000 movie. What does $40,000 get you? I need to move to Atlanta because I didn't even know you could make a movie for $40,000. Just like I didn't even know Drew could employ 12 people on her team. What are the people making in Atlanta? Where are y'all living where 12 people can work for Drew? I saw Drew's divorce was final. They said her divorce was final, and the real salary she makes every single month is $38,000. $38,000. So let's get this right. Drew employs 12 people. That was who was on her crew. Come to find out, she makes $38,000 a month. 12 people. So those 12 people can't even be making $3,000 a month each because that would take up all of Drew's money. The math ain't mathing. Something is wrong. Something is really wrong. What is that 38,000? It can't be fees that people pay for her to sing in the county park. It just can't be. It just can't be the Martin Luther King Park a singing gig. Is it all this Real Housewives of Atlanta money? But I know they ain't paying her $500,000. Do you think Real Housewives of Atlanta is paying Drew $500,000? What is the going salary these days to be on this show? I don't know. I don't think it's 500,000 though. But she been on here a while now. She may be up to $500,000. But next thing you know, all the ladies was getting together over Cynthia's house. Cynthia was just supposed to be a friend this season, but Cynthia's in every scene. Cynthia needs a raise. Cynthia need to go over there and see how much Drew is making and say, listen, I'm the friend of the show and I'm doing more scenes, wrangling more ladies, trying to keep everybody together than anyone else. And Cynthia got herself a new man, a younger man, and he was over there speaking Dutch. Where he from? Amsterdam? Is he from Amsterdam? Is that where he lives, speaking that Dutch? I know Cynthia got her a hot, tenderoni young thing. And she said she liked the arrangement. The arrangement is when he's gone, he's gone. And when he's here, he's here. She's like, we play when he's here, and when he's gone, he's gone. But next thing we know, they go over to Portia's house, and Drew runs in the room screaming and yelling, Prince, Prince. Now, when K. Michelle had that warm welcome for her man, Black, she was over there talking about, I guess you really know Black. So what I'm wondering is the way that Drew went over there and hugged on Prince, or what's there to say about Drew and Prince? I don't know. Wait a minute now. Is Prince African? Is he African? Is he African from Amsterdam, living in Amsterdam, speaking Dutch? That's what I want to know. Because I tell you, these ladies love them some Africans. They really, really do. And I must say the Africans love them too. They love them right back. They really do love them back, love them back. But you know what? Next thing you know, Porscha came in. She got to meet him well. But Porscha gave the nice, not the church hug. She didn't give him a one-arm hug. But she made sure she didn't press her body up against his so he could get too much of a feel over that body of Porscha. Porscha stuck that booty out and gave him one of these kind of hugs. That's right, Porscha. That is how you're supposed to do it. You're supposed to be respectful of people's men, and maybe you just do the warm arm hug to the side. But Porscha did it right. Drew was the one that got it wrong. Drew got it all the way wrong. But next thing you know, the ladies was sitting on the couch eating some charcuterie board. And next thing you know, K. Michelle was there too. She had to bring up the scheme Todd set up. The scheme that Porscha, Drew, and Phaedra set up to shame K. Michelle. Yep, we still talking about it. Is this going to be K. Michelle's whole storyline all year long? The scheme? It must be going to be the scheme. It really is. Next thing you know, Angela's giving all the ladies a recap on her meeting with Shamea, as y'all are calling her Shamesi. How it went wrong, it went left. And Shamea, next thing you know, she was saying that Shamea is sleeping with the Atlanta Hawks, the Atlanta Falcons, the players, the front office, the back office. Dang, Angela, why are you basically calling Shamea a hoe? I don't believe it. I don't believe it one bit. But you know, Shamea was kind enough to invite these ladies to the surprise birthday party of Gerald, but she didn't invite Porscha. She said, hell to the no, Porscha, you're not coming. And Porscha said, that's okay. I don't need to come if you don't want me there. And she let all the ladies know that you got your invitation at the last minute because Dennis done had his invitation for over a week ago. That's because Gerald knows Dennis. Gerald don't even know these ladies. In fact, these ladies, Gerald probably don't even want them at his party, but you need a film scene, Shamea. That's why you're getting them. That's why y'all was informed at the last minute on a need-to-know basis. But we got to see a little bit of K. Michelle's son on FaceTime. Nice looking young man. He's grown up. He's in DC. He graduated from college. Now he's in grad school. And she said, don't get no woman like me. I'm sorry, that's not what she said. She said, don't get you no gutter rats. No gutter rats. And she called him gutter snipe. No gut, because you top tier. You top notch and you top tier. And you deserve a top-notch, top-tier lady. So make sure you don't come back with no gutter snipe and no gutter ladies. And the son was like, Mama, you embarrassing me. You are embarrassing me. But next thing we know, we at Shamea's husband's African surprise party, and he didn't look surprised. Not one bit. She did not fool that man one bit whatsoever. How can you fool a man when he's probably paying for it? It's coming through on his credit cards. His account already probably informed him, hey, are you having a party? Because there's all this stuff being ordered on your credit card. But Pinky wasn't able to attend the party because she was out inspiring other entrepreneurs, doing public speaking, spreading her knowledge, spreading her inspiration, all that good stuff. Go get it, Pinky. Pinky do volunteer work. She's the author. She's a producer. She's a restaurateur. She's a franchise owner, a mother, a wife. She's everything. Pinky says, I am strong. I'm a strong Black woman, and I's tired. I's tired as well. But next thing you know, this is when I said Kelly drink too much. Drunk Kelly starts crying, talking about how Shamea and Gerald are couple goals. And you are the couple that I inspire to be. All these tears and sorrow. Kelly, is this all over your divorce? Is this residual hurt and pain over your divorce? Are you trying to bury your pain over that, the bankruptcy, everything else? Because I don't know where this came from. This came out of left field, and everybody was sitting there looking at Kelly like, what you drinking, girl? Because we don't want none of it. Because whatever you feeling, we don't want to feel none of this. We like happy drunks, not no crying drunks. And K. Michelle started talking about all the ladies, talking about all the ladies are hunching. All the ladies are sleeping with someone. And she said she want to hunch them too. She want to hunch them too. K. Michelle already let us know that she's an equal opportunity huncher. She like women. She like men. She said she like chocolate women. But she said at this point in time, she want to sleep with Shamea, Kelly, and Gerald all at the same time. K. Michelle, girl. K. Michelle, what are you doing? I mean, first we got this sort of arrangement with your husband where he can sleep whatever woman he wants to as long as he does not buy her a coffee at Starbucks, pay no light bill, no electricity bill, nothing. Nothing. She just supposed to sleep with him with no goodies, no frills, no thrills, no nothing. And that's what you think he's going to color within those lines. That's what you think, K. Michelle. And then on the flip side, you want to go around and sleep with Shamea, Kelly, and Gerald all at the same time. All at the same doggone time. But you know, Shamea's still running around calling Angela Bigfoot. Kelly's talking, Angela's talking about Shamea's fake booty. And drunk Kelly says, I don't know. That booty is soft, soft, soft. It's soft and juicy, and I don't want to touch it. This is why I believe Kelly's part of the Mile High Club with that. I don't know if he was a pastor, but he laid hands on her. I don't know. Maybe that's where the story got twisted, that he was a pastor, because some man was laying hands on Kelly in a sexual way. And I think when Kelly gets drunk, she gets horny, both. So I'm starting to believe it. I'm starting to believe that she was on a jet with some free-flowing drinks. And next thing you know, she was on her hands and her knees and she was doing some things. And now she don't remember nothing. She's like, what married pastor? Who was that? I didn't know he was a pastor and I didn't know he was married. All I know is I was drunk and horny and I got down. I really got down. But next thing you know, we get a surprise scene with Portia and Giselle from Real Housewives of Potomac. I don't know what this was for. I really don't know what it was for. Are they supposed to be friends? Is it supposed to be some type of crossover? I don't know. Giselle said that she was in town for something or another, but they were celebrating Portia's divorce. Portia said that she was 15 hours in the courtroom to get her divorce, but she got it. She said that she got it. Well, maybe Giselle says she's here to get Shamea and Portia back friends together. And Portia said, we don't need to be friends. We're cordial, but we don't need to be best friends anymore. But she's not going to make nothing awkward with Shamea. She goes, I want Shamea to be on the show. Shamea can film, do whatever she wants to do. She don't make it awkward, but the best friends, that ain't going to happen. No more, no more, no more. And next thing you know, we get to see Pinky having her casting call for her movie was going to be called Edgewood. I don't know Edgewood, Wedgewood, like the China. I don't know where we get Edgewood from. Maybe is that a city? Is that a town where she's from? Is that the name of the street she grew up on? It's got to have some type of personal memory to it. But Drew shows up at the casting call just to let everybody know I'm not here to audition. So why are you here? Why are you here? I just want to let you know I'm here for just to support you, but I'm not here to audition because you didn't go through the proper procedures, Drew. You did not call Parks and Recreation and talk to the supervisor, and you didn't book the cabana under the tree near the lake at the county park for me to sing the national anthem. So I know I'm not here to audition. But Shamea said I am. Shamea said there ain't no shame in my game. One thing we know about Shamea, there ain't no shame in her game. And Shamea said, I'm here to audition. I'm showing up. And she showed up and she showed out. And she did very well. Pinky applauded her. Pinky respected her. Notori also applauded her. And but all Drew was going around talking about how I asked her to send me this. I asked Pinky to send me this, send my manager this. You didn't do it. She goes, I do box office movies. Girl, you do box office movies and you die within the first 20 minutes. We barely done saw the previews of the movies coming out and you already dead. Drew's delusional. She really is delusional. But she run around telling everybody, put some respect on my name. Put some respect on my, what's it, IMDb, whatever it is. And Drew said that she drove a whole hour to come give support to Pinky. And Pinky said, that's fine, but you can get out because I'm here to audition people. I'm here for a casting call. So if that's not what you're here for, keep it moving, keep it pushing. And Drew said, put some respect on my name that I'm even here to show up to grace you with my presence without auditioning. But Shamea said, you know what, I'm auditioning and this role could be perfect for me because I already know that I can't take no roles when I kiss a man. I can't take no roles when I'm having no relationships, sexual relations with no man. So the roles for me are limited. So make sure you give her a role in which she don't kiss nobody, she don't like nobody, she don't look at nobody, and nobody don't rub on that soft, juicy booty of hers. Because what Gerald said is, I paid for that booty. I paid for that soft, juicy booty, and I didn't pay for it for some strange man in a movie to be rubbing on it. That's right. If you want a man to rub on that soft booty, Shamea, you're going to have to take it back. Just like Angela told you, get a new booty. You're going to have to take it back and return Gerald's booty. Otherwise, he owns it. He owns it. It's bought and it's paid for. It really is. But next thing, K. Michelle, insecure K. Michelle was about to host Phaedra at her house. And she was nervous because she started talking about how Phaedra is bougie and she wanted everything perfect. I told you, K. Michelle's intimidated by these ladies. That's why she went out and got this fake husband, because she didn't want to come on the show without a husband. Real Housewives of Atlanta. She said, I need to come correct. I need to come like I really got a husband and I'm going to force this man to marry me. But because we're kind of getting like a little shotgun marriage, I'm going to let him know that, you can sleep with other women. There really ain't no rules to this marriage. The only rule is you pretend that you my husband and you go ahead and sign up. Not pretend, because I guess they really are legally married. I do believe that. But, K. Michelle was just insecure around these ladies. And Phaedra's, the thought of Phaedra coming to her house, Queen Phaedra, really got her a little bit nervous. But she says, but the way I'm going to know about Phaedra is what kind of pie she brings. Because K. Michelle talks about how Southern she is. And Phaedra brought a pecan pie. And she says, oh, that's because she's a nut. That's what K. Michelle said. And K. Michelle bills herself as this country girl, but I don't know. Next thing you know, she wants to take Phaedra fishing to prove she's a country girl. And this girl don't even know how to cast a fishing rod. She exposed herself. K. Michelle, this is starting to sound like you do country, right? This is really starting to sound weird, K. Michelle, that you keep talking about how country, you a country girl, but you sure didn't know how to cast that fishing rod, and you out here fishing with hot dogs, garlic powder, and Kool-Aid. And I thought, okay, maybe she does know something because she knows about this special concoction. The next thing you know, she said all she did was YouTube it. She YouTubed it. K. Michelle, there's a lot of fakeness going on. Fake booties, fake breasts, fake husbands, fake country girl persona. Okay. A lot of fakeness going on, K Michelle. I really want to know who you really are. Who are you really? But one thing she says she really is she done tired with this IVF. She does. She's at IVF when she was trying to have a baby, just made her crazy. Made her crazy. So now she's gonna get herself a donor. And because her man, her husband wants a child. He ain't got no child. So she gonna really try to make that happen. So she said, I'm gonna have to give me an IVF. I don't want to do IVF no more. She gonna get herself a donor. But she had to bring up the fact that Portia wasn't invited to Shamea's Gerald's birthday party. And then she said, I'm not going to see Drew sing at no national park, no national anthem at no, it ain't even a national park. It's the county park. It ain't even like Yellowstone Park or Yosemite National Park. It is the Martin Luther King Jr. Park on 113th and King Boulevard. Okay, that's really what it is. K Michelle singing with a doggone karaoke mic. This is, I mean, not K Michelle, Drew. This is ridiculous. Really, really, really ridiculous. But the lady showed up for her. You know, Drew was there. Pinky came, Shamea came, Kelly came. And Michelle ended up coming, but she let it be known, I'm not here for you. I'm here to pay homage, respect to Richie Homie Quan, is that his name? And to the family, because she knows the family as well. And K Michelle says, I don't want to come to places where I don't belong. The next thing that they know, Shamea said, let's take this to the after spot down here at the restaurant, have a good conversation between K Michelle and Drew, and maybe we can patch up some things. And there was no patching up nothing. Not at all. There was no patching up nothing. It just basically got worse. K Michelle was quick-tongued. She said, listen, I don't want to be anywhere where I don't belong. And she says, I'm sick of this Drew that ain't got no resume, nothing. And K Michelle, I was accepted into 3 law schools. Three. Okay. So don't get it twisted on my level of intellect. And Drew said, listen, if K Michelle, if you want things different, you need to learn how to speak up. You need to learn how to open your mouth. And next thing you know, K Michelle said, let me get my Chanel bag and get up on out of here. She said, I'm out, deuces. Got in that car and drove off. Then next thing you know, Shamea's just sitting there with Drew looking at each other. And next thing you know, that goes left. And Drew calls Shamea K Michelle's lap dog. That's kind of getting old, y'all. It's kind of getting old calling Shamea a lap dog. First it was for Portia. Then you're saying she's a lap dog for Shamea. And then, I don't know, is she a lap dog for Kelly? It just seems like that's what they want to do to throw at Shamea, because ain't no way no one can tell me they ain't envious of Shamea's life. And really, Shamea, as much as she does to fit in this crew, I would be trying to fit in with these people. I would be setting myself apart. I would be like, yeah, I'm different. Why are you trying to be like them, Shamea? Talk about how you are different. Don't try to integrate. Segregate, okay? Segregate. And next thing you know, they was all, Shamea and K Michelle was getting in their little Uber X, Clown and Drew singing the national anthem. That was funny. That was so doggone funny. But anyway, that's all I got, y'all. It was an interesting episode. What did y'all think? Let me know down in the comments, and don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe. And I will see y'all next week. Bye.